A note of music flutters in the wind, tickling a memory I can't catch. Pocketing my phone, I walk farther down the trail and hear another note, followed by another that siphons the breath from my lungs. Did Saren find the piano? Fuck, please, let that be her playing. I pick up my pace, and a large building comes into view around the next corner. The front door is propped open, but I walk around to the windows on the side so I don't disturb her. Even if she only ever plays for herself, I want her to play. I need her to play again. It's been months since she's touched the piano at home. Before the divorce, there wasn't a day since she started taking lessons that she hadn't played. Something. The piano stops, and salty emotions clog my throat when I hear Saren sing. But as I peer through the window, my body tenses and my mind whirls with questions. She's singing in front of that woman. No, she's singing to her. Saren won't even hum in front of me, but she's opened her soul to this stranger. Blood whooshes in my ears when she finishes, and I miss what the woman said. "So, you're Rowan?" Saren's words kick me in the chest, and suddenly I'm free-falling without a net to catch me. Rowan. Peach. Fuck. Spinning away from the window, I press my back into the wall of the cabin. Visions of a broken Rowan have haunted my dreams for years. It's always made me feel like a fucking pervert, even if there was nothing sexual about those dreams. What grown-ass man dreams about a childhood friend from a moment in time 25 years ago? Don't run! I hold out my hand so I don't scare the girl sitting beside the dock. I think she scares easily, like my neighbor's puppy. How old are you? Her little chin tilts to the sky. 8, she says, folding her arms in front of her belly. She's wearing a James and the Giant Peach t-shirt, but looks like that Jane of the Jungle cartoon I watched with her wild blonde hair that's falling out of its braid. I'm 10, I tell her proudly, and suddenly I'm pretty sure I'm the giant and it's my job to protect her. This is my grandparents' camp. Is it your first time here? She nods, then gasps, and my chest gets itchy. What's wrong? I ask, moving closer to her. When she lifts her face to mine, my itchy chest crawls into my throat. Nothing. She smiles. She has a really nice smile. A ladybug landed on me. That's good luck. She's staring at her shoulder where the red and black bug crawls, but I just want to make her smile again. The camp bell rings loudly. It's time for the next activity, but now her smile stretches all the way to her eyes, and I don't move. An angel just got its wings, she says, standing. When you hear a bell, that's how you know. Sometimes there's a lot of angels. Her hands protect the ladybug on her shoulder as she walks away from me. Hey, I call after her. What's your name? She doesn't hear me because she's talking to the ladybug, but she waves at me distractedly. Bye, Peach, I call after her. Her name is Rowan, Pappy says, scaring me so much I almost fall into the lake. Peach, I repeat, and he chuckles. I'm going to marry that girl someday. But she's not that little girl anymore. She's fucking hot and seems to have an instant connection with my daughter who is quickly slipping through my fingers. Jesus Christ. She's my nanny. I'm going to kill my grandfather. There's a snap at the front of the building, followed by a screen door screeching open, then slamming shut. I catch a glimpse of Saren's raven hair as she rounds the corner. I should go after her. I should check in. I should do something other than peer through the open window again. Rowan stands perfectly still, her fingers resting on the closed fallboard, but she stares straight ahead as if caught in a memory. Leaning on the window frame, I wait, hoping she'll play again. When she doesn't, I announce myself. You still play beautifully. She flinches, removes her hands, and slowly turns my way. When we make eye contact, she's wearing a receptionist smile. It's not real. I don't, actually. I haven't played in years. Suddenly I'm haunted by the memory of the last time I saw her. She'd been having a panic attack on stage, so I joined her. I sat on the bench next to her and told her I'd flip her music for her. I had no idea she played everything from memory. As soon as she started her performance, I was transfixed, as was every other person at camp. Until her narcissistic stepsister began to screech over Rowan's performance. Halfway through her song, Rowan was dragged off stage by a man I later found out was her stepfather, a man so consumed by appearances he worried Rowan's pain and her stepsister's outburst would reflect poorly on him. The stepsister's face, as Rowan was carried off the stage like a rag doll, is something I'll never forget. It was pure evil, and I'd never felt so hopeless. Rowan didn't return to camp after that. But I know Pappy kept in touch with her. Over the years, he's given me bits and pieces of her life. Tiny ties that kept up my interest in her, but he never pushed. He's been a silent pillar for so many of his campers over the years, but Rowan has always been different. He has an intuition about people that's uncanny. It's why I never understood how he ever allowed my mother to get tangled up with my father. Surely Pappy knew he was bad news from the beginning. When I've asked him about it, though, he only shrugs and says you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I would have made Saren take the freaking drink. "Are you okay?" Rowan asks. Shit, I've been staring at her open-mouthed and unblinking this entire time. "What do you mean you don't play anymore?" Music is a part of her. "The piano I had at home was destroyed." She shrugs. "I started playing again in college, but then, well, I grew up." There's so much to unpack in that statement. Unease spreads through my veins. Music is in her soul. I knew that the second I found her hiding at the pavilion with a keyboard when she was 11. Random memories, snippets in time flood my mind faster than an avalanche. All the innocent moments I'd been drawn to her over a handful of summers, a need to ease the pain that surrounded her. It hits me again now. What about now? I ask, in an attempt to tame my wild thoughts and keep us on track. "Some things in life are best left as a memory." It's a non-answer, and when she raises a brow at me, it's clear that's all she'll give me. "Are you going to keep standing at the window, or would you like to come in so we can have a proper conversation? Apparently, I'm your interim nanny." My shoulders shake with silent laughter. She's blunt. She always was. It's refreshing to see that some things never change. What are the chances that Pappy is behind this? Rowan frowns. "It's an almost certainty." Shaking my head, I gnaw on my bottom lip. It does feel like a scheme he'd dream up. Her face softens. "So you don't believe in coincidences either?" "No," I say, more harshly than I intended. Believing in fairy tales is what landed me in this position in the first place. "Okay." She glides toward the door without another word. Is that it? She's just walking away. I'm scratching the side of my head when Rowan walks around the building and plops down in the dirt, exactly as she did when we were kids, resting her back against the building. The instant she peers up at me with those big brown eyes that always tugged at my heart, I know I'm in a lot of fucking trouble. "It's good to see you, Peach."